What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay. We are here with week 3 of the UPBA, and today we are going against Q, aka coach of the Chicago Tracker Bulls, aka a proud member of Triple Tech. And this week we have our first and probably last post commentary, because just straight up, you know, I'm gonna keep it 150,000 grand with you guys right now. It was just one of those days where I should not have recorded. Straight up, I just was not in the mood or the mindset to do a battle that day, and entertainment wise and battle wise just wasn't in it. Some stuff happened early in the match, and then I just took me out of it. So I was like, let me, like, because if I personally don't like watching myself, then why would I make you guys watch that, you know? So I do like the competitive aspect of battling, but I also very much value the entertainment aspect. So I was like, yo, let me just do a post com and let's just knock it out the park. Let's do it, so that way you guys get an entertaining match and entertaining commentary as well. So we are going against Q. We see he has Zero Aura, Mamoswine, Latias, Kofagrigus, Comfey, and Sagataka. Some things that I was surprised to see was the Comfey and the Kofagrigus. So over here, I'm looking and I'm seeing, well, we can honestly just lead Crocodile, because Crocodile is very nice against all of his leads except for, of course, like close combat Zero Aura or body press stack attacker. So those are the two options that I'm fearing. And of course, like Scarf Mammal with Ice Crash, that's also very scary. But I just lead Crook just so we can scout to see what he wants to do. And if he does lead Zero Aura, at least we get a -1 close at least it becomes a -1 close combat, and we can swap into CLEFABLE easy peasy. So he leads Land, aka the Kofagrigus. We're in here with Crook, and I choose to, I was like, yo, we can substitute, because if he wants to will-o-wisp me, we get a free bulk up. But if he just body presses outright, then we can see what kind of set he is. So he is the body press set, so it's very nice. So it's a very nice safe scout, in my opinion. I thought that wasn't too bad of a play. So now obviously we're gonna switch out. We're gonna go wet, and like I brought some sets. I mean, like probably told I brought Whirlpool Toxic, and like we're gonna Whirlpool this thing, and hopefully he will stay in, because you know it'd be nice if we could get that Whirlpool off. But probably should have been Perish Long this time, just so it could be a guaranteed kill, because obviously, like, even though this set is fun, it's not ideal, especially for Stack Attacker, because I can't kill it unless I am Perish Long. So that was kind of But then we're gonna get a fat juicy Toxic right here. This is gonna be very helpful to whittle this thing down, but we miss. And so like right here in real, like when I was recording, I was like, okay, whatever. I just get pissed off and I just start not caring, and you can see it, and it's just like it just was a bad day for me too. It was a bad day for your boy to record, but we're out here, and so we do get the rest. It was a crit hex, so that like the miss into the crit just did not feel good at all, like at all. And then we misclick right here and we go for Toxic, and I meant to click Sleep Talk, but you know, your boy misclicked, and it happens. So like those three things back to back, the miss, the crit, and the misclick, just like it just wiped me out. It just wiped me out. I was like, wow, I don't want to play this game right now. And we get Sleep Talk, and then we get rest. So it was like, dang. Thanks, Polyto. You showed up and did nothing. So, then we go out to Thickums, because you know, Kofagrigus doesn't like things. It can't hit us at all. It has Willow, and it has body press that we know of, and Hex, of course. Go Stack Attacker, and we get off a decent chunk of damage. A very nice, decent chunk of damage. I wish I was Focus Blast on this thing, but I am the stored power set with Magic Guard. Probably should have been unaware, because like when you run the stored power set, you most likely want to be unaware so people can't boost with you, which makes sense. And right here, I think he's thinking if I am Focus Blast or not, because if I was Focus Blast, I was knocking that thing out. But he's gonna opt to withdraw, and he goes, oh, okay, yeah, he was scouting for Focus Blast, because Club does get Focus Blast, and I thought about running it, but I didn't bring it. But right here we can get a Reflect Up. Probably should have got a Light Screen up, knowing that this thing would want to Wisp Hex me. So but I was also wanting it for the body press. But I think we go back out into CLEFABLE, which is nice. So it does a decent chunk of damage. And right here, like I kind of wish I like had Calm Mind over Cosmic Power low key, because like then we could just dish out big damage regardless. But yeah, that Moonblast did a decent chunk of damage for sure. And right here, I believe, no, we predict him to switch out, but I probably should just went for damage. Because if we go Stack Attacker, then we could have just Calm-Minded. I mean, not Calm-Minded. We could have just Moonblasted and got more chip on it. But I don't know. was looking at back at this game for sure. Some of my plays are really weird, if I'm being honest. He goes for Trick Room, which kind of threw me off guard because I didn't expect it. So we know that it's Wisp Hex, Trick Room, body press. So it's an interesting set for sure. It does a decent amount of damage even if we are at +1. That's kind of wild. But then again, it is Hex, and it's a very strong move when you have status on a mon. We'll just sit here and cause power in this thing's face. Like right here, if I was Calm Mind, I probably would have like kind of ran away with it a little bit. Like if I was Calm Mind, Moonblast, Focus Blast, probably would have just been fine. I would have been fine. Actually, I think about it. So that's something to think about as well. Because then like he's giving me this opportunity to sit here and set up, but because I'm not threatening anything, because with like I do have the cosmic power boost, but like stored power isn't doing a lot to stack attack because stack attack is thick and it's resisted. So if I had just brought like Calm Mind right here, we would be in a very solid spot, but who knows if he would have continued to stay in. Probably not. But if we were Calm Mind, you know, we could, if he goes stack attack, so right here we could have just Focus Blasted for free. Obviously we would have Moon Blasted, but like a plus, I think it's like +2 or +3. Moon Blast would have done a decent chunk. Let me just pray that we land a Focus Blast. So we're gonna go with Key to the Streets. I did name this thing To the Streets, but I don't know, the game said no, the streets. So I was like, okay. But stack attack gets behind a sub, which is weird. I was like, okay, so this man's substitute. We haven't seen any other moves. I assume he has body press, gyro ball, and maybe earthquake. We do see the gyro ball pop off. So it's very nice to see that it's doing 0 behind the reflect. So this time I do believe we are free to just go out in the crocodile. No, we have to stay in because I want to try to break this thing sub. And we get a crit, which is nice. So we break the sub anyway. So he goes for earthquake. Our To the Streets are kind of low. It's kind of low, which is unfortunate because we kind of need this thing for screens a little bit more. But we're just gonna go out into Crook, get a free Intimidate off on this thing to lower its attack, and especially behind our reflect. We can set up in front of this thing's face and just go for bulk up because it shouldn't be doing too much to us. Gonna go for a sub. I think I opt to bulk up right here. I hope I do. If I make a sub play, that's kind of bad. I do bulk up. Okay, so we do bulk up. This is what we can set up in front of this thing's face. Jarbo comes off. You guys see that is negligible damage. I hope I go for a bulk up again. I should. I hope. I go for a sub. I think I should have just bulked up again. Yep. Ooh, post-com is rough because then you see plays that you shouldn't have done. Ooh. But yeah, I definitely should have bulked up there again. I mean, I choose a bulk up here right now, but it doesn't matter because my sub takes damage. And so, of course, it's going to break it again after 2 turns. I mean, but I was hoping that it wouldn't at +2 behind a reflected. I thought it would be like a 3-hit KO on my sub. But I definitely should have just bulked up again. Definitely should have bulked up again. And I think right here I go for, yeah, I do go for a sub. You know, we'll draw, and he goes out into Comfy. So right here, I go for a sub. We get a free EQ on this thing, of course. And like from the range we're at, we don't know what type of set this is at all. So it could be like Pixie Plate, Draining Kiss. And I thought for sure we'd be able to take this thing out, but we're not because he is defensive and he gets the berry. So right here, I've seen this berry strat before, but I didn't register in the battle and I switched out. But I should have just stayed in because if I had calced, which I didn't, unfortunately, I would have realized that Draining Kiss can't KO me. And because we've seen the berry pop off, which normally goes with a stored power Lele set. It's not Lele, but it's Comfy. I call her Lele. L-E-I. And then, so I should have just stayed in an EQ. So that was a misplay on my part, 100%. Because if I had calced, we would have realized that this thing, if it was defensive, it's obviously not going to be able to KO us with Draining Kiss no matter what. So that was a misplay on my part and kind of gets us into a situation where we just sit here and exchange boosts with this thing. And this is why I kind of wish I was unaware Clef, because this thing can't Calm Mind beside me if I was unaware, because then we just sit there, get bulky, and then we just store power away. But because I'm not unaware, it's getting the boost, he's getting the Calm Minds, and he has a speed boost. So he's looking pretty scary. Very scary. And we're getting some attack drops, which is kind of nice to mitigate what was going on. So we're getting a little hacks in our favor, but not too much. And like this goes on for a good bit, like a very good bit. And we're just gonna keep stacking boost, stacking boost. And basically I'm digging my own grave. because I'm not being a smart boy. And we fast forward. I made a quick cut, and then we see that he stored power, and I was like, oh, this man has stored power, because I didn't know if he was stored power or if he was like draining his Giga Drain. Because then I was like, oh, we can win this exchange. But after I seen the stored power, and then it's kind of like I think we lose now. So it's kind of like one of those things where you misplay, and you just sometimes you just let people set up and sweep you. It just happens, and it's just part of the game we play. It's part of adjusting as a player and whatnot. Of course, being in the mindset that I was in, and then this happening kind of sucks, because as you see, he has 6 Pokemon left, and there's no way we could break this thing at all. And I'm not aware, so it's unfortunate. But definitely took away a lot to learn, as always, as you should do from your losses. I hope you guys do so. If you guys are playing any draft league or just battles in general, you should always try to watch them back, even though as painful as watching this back is, seeing some plays that I did. But you know, it's better because, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, and if you can apply that into your battles going forward, then it's okay. And so like now I'm trying to kind of play out of it, so I'm trying to sack Crook right here. Sword power comes off, but it doesn't matter too much because obviously draining kiss. But then I was like, oh crap, this thing's gonna get health back. I don't want this thing to be healthy. So I think I had misplayed right there. I should have let Clef go down, and then tried to have gone out into Dragonite. But then I don't know, because he's either gonna draining kiss or try to stored power me. But this thing is already at half health now, so it doesn't really matter too much. And I had shift gear just for the hell of it, because why not? Gonna store power me, and then this is pretty much the game, because we do get swept here because there's no way to break this. And then I had forgot that triage is +3, because I was like, ooh, I can get my life screen up, but obviously it didn't matter at this point because draining kiss, and I was like, oh. So it was just like my brain was just not there. So it is what it is, but he's gonna go for stored power here, but we are Spadef Dragonite. So not like max Spadef, but we have like max HP and then some Spadef and defense and Dragonite. So Dragonite is thick, and I'm like, wow, we could have maybe taken this thing out had we just not if we had played our switches better. Because I was thinking, I was like, ooh, sack Crook, but I didn't sack it correctly. So definitely have some misplays on my part that make me go ooh. But you know, it is what it is. It was a good game to queue for sure, because there was no way for me to get out of this. As you can see, it's just gonna be comfy, just gonna sweep. And it's funny because I got a mini comfy sweep in IBA, and then this man got a full comfy sweep in UPBA. So, and this what it is. And then that is going to be the game. So GG to Q for sure. Only thing that hurts most is really that not that we lost, but the 6-0. I wish I had killed one mon. It would have been nice for me to have done that, but you know, we didn't. But hopefully, you know, we're 2-1 with -1 differential now, which is not terrible, but it's not the best. But 2-1 is fine. We can obviously bounce back because there's a lot of season left. I believe there are 12 weeks, so or 12 or 11 weeks, one of the two, and we have a lot of matches left. So if we go like 10-1 or 11-1, I'm perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. So but yeah, it was just a tough week, tough loss for sure. Hopefully we'll be able to bounce back week 4 against our boy Jack. But without further ado, I am your boy Jay. If you guys like the post commentary and whatnot, I'm sorry, I think this is way better than me trying to make you guys watch crap content, because if I don't like it, if I don't like watching myself, I'm not gonna post it 100%. And like I try to make sure all my content is entertaining. Of course I do get a little serious because I'm trying to think about the best plays in the game, but I do like this kind of laid back feel to try to analyze what I did wrong, what I did right. But yeah, well, if you guys like the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Make sure to leave a thumb. But if you guys want more of this content, obviously it's not gonna be post comments, it's gonna be live. But make sure to subscribe. But without further ado, I am boy Jay. I'm gonna get about your hair, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.